Hello boys and girls, this is your Wednesday Maths and Numeracy challenge and you're allowed to multiply by 4. So that's using all of the facts that you've been looking at throughout the week with our 4 times table. So you are very used to seeing questions that look like this. So it's like 2 times 4 equals 8. We're quite used to seeing equations that look like this. However, sometimes our equations look a little bit different, but they're asking us to use all of our knowledge about our tables to help us solve the problem. So if we know that 2 times 4 equals 8, then what we do know is that you've got this first number is the amount of group. So we've got 2 lots with times 4. So I've got 2 lots and I've got 4 in there. So they look like little Easter eggs, don't they? And I've got 4 lots in each egg. So I've got 1, 2, and I've got 4 in each one. Equals 8, because I've got 8 little eggs all together. So if I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is what it's telling us. So if we know that, then we also know this. Now, instead of using the times, we're using division, so to divide. And that is using the same skills as what we know with our multiplication. So look, it's using all the same numbers. All they've done is put them in a different order. So what is that telling us? It is telling us that there's 8 little eggs and they're put instead into 4 groups. So if you think of it as sharing those 8 eggs between 4 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4. How many eggs does everybody get each? Diane, they get 2 eggs each, as you can see. Now, have I got the same number of blue eggs as I've got here? Yes, I have. I've just shared them a little bit differently. So, if we know that, then we also know this. So, if this says I've got 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So that is using the same skills as we used when we did this one above. So it's saying there's 8 little eggs and they're being shared into 2 groups. So between 2 people, how many eggs do they have each? Well done, they've got 4. That is brilliant. So it's really important that we know our timetables off the top of our heads, and that's why when we're in school or maybe as homework you have activities such as playing games to learn your timetables or chanting them. It's really important. Now, your times table poster that you made Monday might help you with this activity. So, your first equations are quite similar, are quite easy, aren't they? They're quite simple. Now, when you get to 9, they look a little bit different. Now, just think about what you know about these questions so far. So something times 4 equals 24. Okay, let's have a think about that then. If we do our 4 times table, I want you to have your hands out and I want you to put a finger up for every one that we do. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. I've got to 24. How many fingers are you holding up, boys and girls? Diane, you're holding up 6 fingers like me. So we know that 6 times 4 equals 24. Fantastic. Now let's look at 10. So something times 4 equals 12. So let's do our 4 times table with our fingers again and stop when we get to 12. So 4, 8, 12. Have you got 3 fingers up as well? Diane! So we know that 3 times 4 equals 12. Fantastic! So this is your main activity today, is to complete these multiplications. Now, this then is your challenge part of your activity. Now here it says complete these divisions. Now, boys and girls, remember, if we know our multiplication facts, then we know our division facts as well. That's why we looked at that before we did this activity. So it says 4 divided by 4. So it's asking us to do our 4 times table, and I'm going to stop when I get to 4. Use your fingers again. Let's start. 4. Oh, I stopped already. How many fingers do you have up, boys and girls? Well done. I've got one up as well. So 4 divided by 4 equals 1, because 1 lot of 4 goes into 4. Okay, let's do the next one together. So it says 8 divided by 4 equals something. So we're going to do our 4 times table with our fingers and stop when we get to 8, because it's telling us to go to 8 because we're doing the 4 times table. So let's do this together. So using your fingers, 4, 8. Oh, I've already got there. How many fingers do you have up, boys and girls? I've got 2 fingers up. Do you? Well done. So we know that 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Last one, let's look at this one together. So this says 20 divided by 4 equals something. So I'm going to use my 4 times table and stop when I get to 20. Using your fingers. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. How many fingers have you got up, boys and girls? Can you show me? Fantastic. I've got 5 fingers up too. And I know that 4 times 5 equals 20. So 20 divided by 4 equals down 5. Now try and do these ones on your own. Now this says solve these problems. Now these are what we called word questions because they've got words in them. So it says a cow has 4 legs. How many legs on 12 cows? So I need to do my 4 times table and go all the way up to 4 times 12. Can you do that for me and tell me the answer? Da iawn. Awesome. You're going to be amazing at this, boys and girls. Remember to use your lovely 4 times table posters to help you with this activity. It's going to be such good help to you, and that's why we did it. Good luck, boys and girls. Hold out.